I'm going to say fired up. A little bit louder than I said it. Every time I say it, I want you to say it back a little louder than what I said. So fired up. Fired up. Fired up. We got it fired up. All right. That's how you get it out there. Jordan Davis was 17 years old. Riding his car with buddies, having a good time on Black Friday, November 23rd, 2012. Shot and killed by Michael Dunn. Shot at the kids, tried to kill all the kids. He was found guilty of attempted murder of the other kids, so he's facing a minimum mandatory 60 years in prison. So he's going to do that no matter what. Since he's 47 years old, it means for him to even think about walking out of prison, he would have to be 107 years old. So I thank God for that. But with my 2 minutes, what I want to say to it is to the parents of the children that I see here, the bright, beautiful faces of these kids. Because to most of you, Jordan looks like that. Jordan will forever be 17. But for me, I see these kids, I see Jordan in front of me. You know, when you're the father of children, you see them from when they're real little. You don't just see your child when they're 9 years old, like Travis, and, you know, you see the kids all the way up. How many times you took them to the babysitters? How many times you took them to the park? How many times you took them to the zoo? Grandma's house? Dinners? Thanksgiving? How many Easters you spend with your child? How many Easter suits did you buy your children? That's what you see. And then people will come and take that away from you. They will take away your nephews, your nieces, your grandchildren. In the blink of an eye. They don't care about murdering your child. You and your family, like the KJ family, you have to live with that every single day. And people don't understand, when you have joy on one end, no matter how happy you are, maybe you're taking a cruise or whatever you're doing, but at the back of that, you wish that person was there with you. And so there's always sadness at the back of it, no matter how much joy you have. And that's what people don't realize, and that carries on for the rest of your life. So I decided to join the U.S. Human Rights Network, where I can travel all over the world now, and I talk to kids and help kids. Next weekend I'll be down in Albuquerque, New Mexico, with the Native Americans. From there we're going to go to Phoenix, Arizona. We're going to go to the border of Arizona. You have Latin American kids, just children like you see here, trying to come into this country, going across the desert in Mexico. We put a wall up at our border and say, America's not for everybody. If you're Latin and you're a person of color, U.S. is not for you. You have to wait at the border. And they have these kids feeding them garbage, making them lay down on concrete floors. Won't even give them deportation papers and send them back to their country to die. They would make them stay here and actually jail them here, 9 and 10-year-old kids. So we're going down to the border, and we're going to walk across to Mexico to that side of the border, and we're going to let those people know what their human rights are, because we need our human rights, and they need their human rights. Also, America likes to talk about civil rights. Every time somebody of color brings rights up, they say, well, you talk about civil rights. No, we're not. We're talking about human rights as a human being. Like in the Michael Dunn trial, we told people, stop saying that white people are all bad. We don't use that because they're not. Only 1% of your DNA has to do with the color of your skin and the texture of your hair. Everything about everybody is the same. As far as DNA, 99%, we're the same. And so I tell people, don't use color, because a white man killed my child, I'm not going to blame every white person for that. Just like if a black person kills a white child, do you want to be blamed for that? No. So we have to stop looking at color and blaming other people for our problems. What we have to do is look at the law, look at the justice system. That's what's keeping us down, is the justice system. We don't have enough judges, and that's why we have to get with the judge that was here today. We have to get more judges, gotta get judges. They're the ones We have to have more judges that look like us. We also have to make sure that we know laws. There's a program called Indivisible. If you look on Google and look at Indivisible, it was started by Kevin Johnson, used to be with the Phoenix Suns, NBA point guard out in Sacramento, California. Look at that, because it's a great thing to look at, because it tells you who in your area are running for different offices, whether it be assemblymen, councilmen, state senators, and they'll tell you who to vote for. They'll say, these people, they're going to come in on this day, they're going to tell you what their platform is. You have to know who to vote for. Most of the people of color that I know, they only get involved in voting when it comes to the presidential election. You have to vote for the small elections, the local elections. Those are the people that become judges, the council people, the assembly people, the Congress people. You have to get behind the people that you want in office and vote for those people. That's the way that you change laws. And I want you to understand that you have to keep up with your children. Look at your children's friends, because a lot of these kids, they have friends that are doing the wrong thing and they get caught up. If you're in the car with somebody else that has drugs in the car, guess what? Your kid who never touched any drugs in their life will get put in jail just for that. So make sure you talk to your kids' friends and make sure you find out who the friends of your children are. You have to keep up with that. We're going to talk about mass incarceration later. I've used up my 2 minutes, but we are going to talk about that later. And I just want to let you know I'm happy to be here. Jordan is happy to be here in spirit with you. And fired up. Fired up.